Chris with Cycle Source. We're here today at Cycle Warehouse with owner Chris Gatto. We're gonna take a little time today and walk around this place. What is it, 4 floors?
5 floors.
5 floors. It's actual downtown Butler, Pennsylvania. This used to be an old
Department store.
Yeah,
Out in the 70s. It's about 85,000 square feet. This was supposed to be a hobby. I got carried away again.
And now this is, how many years you going into here?
I think it's 10 or 11 years now.
10 or 11 years you've just been filling this place up. And tell me a little bit, just real quick, what are some of the most rare and sought after parts that are in this building
Right
today?
next to us is a 1920 Harley. The guy bought it used in 1939. Got multiple trophies on it from different AMC meets. Guy died a few years ago. I bought it off his wife. She was really cool. Kicked me out of the house at 6 o'clock because she had to have her martini. Bike's been well preserved. First kick, fired up, ride it, take it down the road. It's amazing. Stuff's still out there like that.
No kidding.
From Monroeville.
Wow. So right in your own backyard.
Right in Monroeville, PA.
Well, you've done you've done trading and stuff for a lot of years, but where do you come from originally in motorcycling?
My parents, I was born and raised in a motorcycle shop. My dad was Triumph, BSA, Norton. I mean, he had Zundaps, Hodaka, Bultaco, Mako, I mean, everything over the years. Picked up Harley in '82 when I was 14, and I was working the parts counter. Did sales, did repairs, whatever it took. Family business. Dad had a quadruple bypass. I left. Bought my first panhead when I was probably 18 years old. You buy a panhead, you get a free sidecar with it. You get an extra set of wheels, extra body set, extra set of tanks. Bought the bike, made a trip with the bike and extra parts. Then I went back on the sidecar, got some extra parts. Made a third trip, got some extra parts. Made a fourth trip, got some extra parts. They're free. They're with the bike. What do you do?
Yeah.
You don't throw away panhead parts.
Nope.
That's the third commandment. Thou shalt not throw away motorcycle parts.
Well, you sure are sticking to that. You got a little bit of time today to walk us around, like
Sure.
tell us about some of your parts and show us your collection.
No problem at all.
Right on. Stick around.
This is the showroom here. These are all gas tanks up on top. Gas tanks up on top. This is Harley stuff here. Mirrors. Exhaust pieces. Seats all the way up top. We ran out of room, so we started using airspace because it was air. Back parts are in here. This is more gas tanks, rims. There's gauges, speedometers, triple trees, oil pumps, seals, gaskets, cables, brake levers, exhaust systems. These are all brake parts, headlights, turn signals, kicker covers, fork legs, valve guides, transmission parts, brake lines. I have a couple passenger elevators, but we turned them off. Oh, these are all wheel hubs for the new RevTech wheels. Yeah, these are all seats up on the top in the boxes. There's my Harley sign from Jansen Goda, Indiana Harley Davidson. You see that? This is the girls that help keep the place together. This is Amy, Jamie.
Hey guys.
My friends come in and bring me knickknacks. Old riding caps. Old T3 balls. Here's the old enthusiast leather bounds. Just wall hangers. Old literature, postcards, belt buckles. There's Franklin Mint motorcycles. These are all transmissions. I mean, there's shovelhead, knucklehead, panhead, twin cam. Motors. There's a couple 52Ks. There's a KHK. There's some KHs. There's some old Ironhead CH models. There's another K model here. Old Sportsters. More trannies. There's a tranny out of a JD. Cylinders, heads, rocker boxes. More brakes, calipers. These are all tranny cases up here. There's a bunch of 45s. Twin cams, shovelhead, panhead, knucklehead, VLs, J models, different gears, gear sets, tubes, sliders, cylinders, little Ducati motors, Norton motors. What's an old BSA 65, Triumph gas tanks, fenders. Some of the cool jobs and stuff still on them. There's some old ribbed ones for pre-units. Old oil tanks, engine cases. Look down the aisle. This is all forks, tubes, sliders. I'm gonna watch your step. Just running out the road. This is all forks, tubes, sliders, foot pegs, belt sprockets, foot peg pieces. You know, some old front ends and stuff for bikes we either tore apart or customers tore apart. This is my dungeon. You like the dungeon? There's a dungeon. This is old springers. I mean, some old 70s springers, chopper springers. There's factory. There's a VL springer. There's factory Hardy springer. That's for a 45. I have XA ones, WLA ones, cylinders, heads. Like I said, when in doubt, hang the stuff up. Try to get more room. These are all J models, JDs. These are all 20s, 30s. Some more old springers, more old springers.
With so many parts to talk up.
Here's an old Sport Scout motor. There's a couple of 45 motors. There's 30-50 motors. Cylinders, heads. This was the only room in the whole building that was empty when I bought it. So we just shoved all the heavy motor parts back here. This is actually underneath the sidewalk. That's the sidewalk out front. More flathead motors. This was all 20s motors, and I got a bug here 10 years ago and sold most of them. These are all teens and 20s. Here's 23 Chief. These are old Indian Power Plus. Oh, that's a Harley one there. It's 1925. Small Triumph motors, engine cases. There's generator shovels. There's shovel heads. There's flat heads. There's another Ducati motor, Sportsters, K models, and we did start marking the stuff what it is. There's 40s flatheads, there's 30s VLs, here's a 36R, you know, ULs, here's some pan heads, knuckleheads, K models, Sportsters, CHs, 45s, swing arms, but I got some water damage on them now. I got to clean them all out of here. Here's old round swing arms for panheads. There's hundreds.
We're going around Cycle Warehouse today, and here's one of the drags about being in business for 15 years now. This what year was this thing anyway? 68.
Yeah, Big D.
68 Triumph. This was my motorcycle at one point, and I had to move it to Chris. We were having money issues. Yeah, 10 years anyway, huh?
And I've sold it twice and bought it back.
But this was one of the sacrifices. This is what it takes to do a magazine. About once a winter, I would sell one of my motorcycles to pay the bills to get through the winter. And this was, I might have to get back up here and try to work this one back off of because I miss that old girl. I had a lot of fun on that motorcycle.
And we finessed her a little bit, changed the pipes, dressed her up a little bit. Yeah, it's a nice bike. In fact, Mark's down here, and it was his ones too. I traded it back in again.
Sitting back here again, waiting for me now.
Indian, these are old 30-50 cylinders, old Harley cylinders. There's ULs, there's VLs, 45s, panheads, more panheads. I got a bunch of knucklehead cylinders, but I hid those upstairs. Clutch hubs, cylinder heads. You know, cam covers. These are all 45s, ULs, panheads, flatheads. Generator shovels, you know, K model heads.
Jesus Christ.
Here's some panheads guys repairing that's gonna fall off the shelf and break.